Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special bonus reading for the sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Gemini, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, you can find that information in my Buy Me a Coffee link, my official Instagram and TikTok, all listed in the About section of my YouTube page. And I thank you so much in advance. Gemini, I hope that you're doing well. This bonus reading is all about the person on your mind. So it could be a significant other, a boss, coworker, family member, an acquaintance. Hopefully, as we get the reading started, it will become more clear to you who this is talking about. So I'm going to be using two decks for your reading today. The first one for the overall energy will be from the Human Spirit Oracle, and for the tarot portion of your reading, the Pulp Tarot. The cards have been pre-shuffled. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Gemini? This is beautiful. Definitely resonates for Gemini that I know very well. Number 3, which corresponds to the Empress energy of the major arcana, Libra and Taurus energies represented there. And it's commune with nature. Commune with nature. Get that very prominent third eye right there in her forehead. This this sense that by communing with nature, you just become more connected with everything. I think your person, first of all, I want to say thank you, Spirit. Your person is on the same wavelength as you. Why do I say that? Because this is kind of a funny picture. This is a great deck. It's photorealistic, it's painterly, it's surrealist, all at the same time. I see these two kind of pine cone shaped things on her head. It's like an antenna. And it makes me think of these like signals and vibration kind of coming into the consciousness. And with regards to your person, it seems as though, I feel like there's like a psychic bond with the third eye represented here. And somehow, I mean, maybe you speak to each other through birds. This feels like a very spiritual connection. Like an outwardly spiritual connection, like all connections are kind of karmic or spiritual in some way, but like it's outwardly spiritual. Excuse me. It's like, because I've done several readings today, but felt like I had to kind of clear out my throat chakra. See how her lips are just like ever so slightly parted? She's got that book in her hand. It's like she wants to say something. I see your person as someone who longs to be understood. Perhaps they feel as though nature is the only thing that really understands who they are, Mother Nature. And by being with them in nature, you can better understand who they are, or the nature of things. Like, nature doesn't just have to involve Mother Nature here on Earth. It can also extend out, because I see this like sun/moon energy here. It can extend out to the stars, to the cosmos. which now speaks of past lives. There's a story that's interesting. You know the song by Kelly Clarkson called Behind These Hazel Eyes? Well, these eyes are absolutely hazel. I feel like those would be the definition of hazel eyes. So you might like Kelly Clarkson. Your name might be Kelly. But at first, in my mind, I got it wrong, and I wanted to say, behind these angel eyes. And it's very funny because the Gemini I was talking to yesterday, who is very close to me, we were talking about eyes being angelic. So there's something to that. But I feel as though your person, they want to express something very profound to you, but I think they are still trying to find their words or their way. And so maybe it would be advisable for the both of you to just be out in nature. It's almost like you'll find the words in the silence between you. 3 cards for the base spread, 3 cards for clarifier. The first set of cards will be about who they are. The second set of cards, your role in their life. The third set of cards, the lesson of this connection. And at the end, I'll pull a card of advice from Spirit. One more. Thank you. Okay. The first 4 cards on the table are all major arcana. Very powerful. Anytime, so the major arcana is the first 22 cards of the tarot deck. They represent the archetypes of human experience, archetypes that we all move through. And when they show up in our reading, it just indicates to the reader that there's some really divinely guided energies happening here, as opposed to the minor arcana cards, which involve the daily, everyday actions that you and I can take in the material world. So, who they are. Number 12, the Hanged Man in reverse. This is the card in the upright. The Hanged Man, Virgo and Pisces energy, talks about the situation where we could find ourselves stuck. We're up in the tree of knowledge, trying to understand more clearly, get a wider, deeper perspective on things, try to make sense of things because we might have been too close. To a certain extent, it is a choice, a sacrifice that we make. A sacrifice to step away from people for a while, to put ourselves in that tree. Your person got this card in reverse though, because it's almost like they've learned a lot of the lessons and they're kind of coming back towards you to recount those lessons. It could be part of what they want to express. It could be a whole novel's worth though, so it could be difficult to try and get it all out at the same time. It's clarified by number 20, the Judgment card in reverse. Very powerful, powerful energies for your person. The Judgment card talks about answering the call of Spirit. Rising up from the dead. In this card, because it's the Pulp Tarot, it looks like kind of zombie, like, but it's more speaking to, you know, looking back to something from the past and resurrecting it. Are we going to resurrect something from the past? Spirit said kind of a strong yes to that. But it's interesting because while they may be resurrecting something from the past, it's only to learn from it. What's happening now feels more like a revitalization or a rewriting of the narrative. They're looking at something from the past in order to understand it better, in order to understand themselves better. But we can't truly bring things back from the past, right? They're kind of, we've naturally evolved away from it now. This is what I feel. Can I get a clarifier, please, for who they are? Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy. You could be dealing with a Cancer or have Cancer placements in your chart. I think this involves love, but also self-love. The Queen of Cups is very loving, caring, has an overabundance of love and wants to pour from their cup into someone else's, into yours, perhaps. She feels, you know, she's like kind of in like a suit-like thing, but she feels very comfy, cozy on this couch. There's something about that. It's like her throne in a way. Like her throne of coziness. She's very situated. She's very comfortable. Very sure of herself. Very feminine. Your person is kind of wanting to outwardly express love. I think that could be what's behind these eyes. There's a knowingness, isn't there? The way that this character's eyes look, it feels so penetrating. It feels so profound. I see you. With the Empress card referenced here, number 3, the Empress, the power of all 4 queens of the tarot, the ultimate divine feminine, the master attractor. Right? It's like she's drawing you in with these eyes. It's deep knowingness. Queen of Cups is energy that understands that. Your person understands that, or the person on your mind. I said your person. This could be, you know, a partner, the person on your mind. Your role in their life, very fascinating. Number 14 of the major arcana, Sagittarius energy with Temperance. So let me read it to you. Part man, part woman, all angel. It's funny, all angel. It's amazing. 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on land. I'm laughing just because my Gemini made a reference to being an angel, and I was like, I think we're going too far here. But Spirit is having a laugh at my expense, but in a really good way. I think the role that you play in this person's life is one of balance, of it's like marrying the heart with intellect, 1 foot on land, 1 foot in the water. It's like really representing the the power of transmutation, which is what's happening here with these 2 cups. So it's like they're giving you their cup and you have your cup, and like together you are kind of marrying these 2 energies together to a place where they feel much more stable, healthy, secure, patient, right? Like taking your time. The Temperance card can talk about, when we temper something, like if we're tempering eggs, which is like a very common example. When you temper eggs, you cook them over tremendously low heat, significantly low heat. So you cook the eggs just enough so that they like kind of get any of the kind of toxins out of them, but you don't want to make scrambled eggs. So to temper something would be to like kind of slow cook it. Is a slow burn, a slow cook, a slow process. One that takes time and delicacy. So there seems to be this like evolution over time. It's clarified by the Fool card in reverse, number 0 of the Major Arcana. It starts the tarot. Major Arcana is all about the Fool's journey, taking risks, taking chances, throwing caution to the wind. You are not necessarily doing that right now. I think that you are kind of slowing things way down. Like we're not jumping off the deep end here. We're not moving too erratically. We're just moving in tempo, steadiness, ease, development. So these are very dramatic energies on your person's part, and you are kind of this calm voice of reason. Can I get a clarifier for your role in their life? Thank you. 10 of Pentacles. I mean, you represent the whole thing, right? You represent stability, but just abundance. And, it could be talking about financially, but like, I don't feel like it's more about this sense of back and forth, and my spirit just said 2 heads are better than 1. You know why they said that? Because I see these 2 dogs here. 2 heads are better than 1. It's like the both of you, and kind of this marriage between the divine masculine, divine feminine. 10 of Pentacles is abundance. It's like the whole shebang, like the whole package. Financial abundance, community, family, stability. It's like lush experience. It's really beautiful. But taking your time. The lesson of this connection. Cups cards. There's a lot of water energy represented in your reading today, Gemini. 3 of Cups in reverse. And the 7 of Cups. So this is like Swami energy, like the fortune teller. So let's talk about the 3 of Cups in the upright for a moment. 3 of Cups can talk about celebration, a coming together of people, clinking glasses, partying. This particular I'm not a big fan of the 3 of Cups, and even though I'm a Cancer, so it's like in my element, but I'm not a big fan of the 3 of Cups, and I'm especially not a fan of this card, and Spirit knows that. Spirit works through me and my Rolodex of references. When I look at this particular depiction of this card, I just see a bunch of, I see like a hen party, gossipy energy, like talking behind one's back, judgmental. It's like it's like low vibrational. And that's not what the Three of Cups represents in the traditional sense, but this is how I read it for your reading today. And most times with this deck, with this card, I read it like that. It's like almost a looking down energy. The lesson of this connection is that there might be naysayers, people talking behind your back, or having some kind of opinion about the person on your mind. And the lesson here is to just ignore all of that. That by this communion of sorts, it's like deepening the bond between you and this person. And this person could be like your sibling, like they could be like just somebody that's really, that means a lot to you, that you have a close connection with, that perhaps sometimes goes beyond words. Feeling that very deeply. There's a deep knowingness, goes beyond words. And so when you meet up with energy like this, it's just like, ugh, we're not on the same wavelength. They are not of this wavelength, that's for sure. I mean, it doesn't even come close. These two groups of people would not be friends with each other. Right? And so the lesson of this connection, I mean, Seven of Cups can be spoiled for choice. And I always like to say that it's better to have choices than no choices. But when we do have choices, we have to exhibit a level of discernment, which Gemini is just naturally good at. You are represented by, for me, by the King of Swords in the tarot, and the King of Swords is an expert, right? A very learned person. You're very smart, Gemini. So you can look at all the options and figure out which one is best. And I think that by you operating in this temperance role, you understand what's at stake and you will behave accordingly. I don't think you're going to be confused by anything. A card of advice from Spirit. What's your card of advice, please, Spirit? Yeah, Eight of Wands in the reverse. Eight of Wands is fast action and fast communication. So again, Spirit is saying this is great. Yes, let's temper, let's take our time. The communication will come when it's supposed to, when we find the right way to say something, when we allow ourselves to kind of be immersed in every moment of the experience. So even Spirit is saying this is a good, you know, there might be some kind of temporary pause on something, but there's, what do they say? There's patience in pause. There's patience in pause. So trust Spirit. And this is their advice. Trust them. So that's your reading, Gemini. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Gem.